Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome to F1 Manager. It's round 15. We're going to Zandvoort for the Dutch Grand Prix and we're coming off the back of a fantastic race at Spa. Really proud of the work that the team has been doing, and the results speak for themselves. We are now sitting very comfortable at the top of the Constructors' Championship. As you can see, we have a 34-point lead over Red Bull going into the final stretch of the season. And in the Drivers' Championship, Freddie and Felipe just 2 points apart from each other now, with a 10-point / 8-point gap back to Max Verstappen. Our two drivers have really been on a bit of a tear recently. Felipe has been in sublime form for the last few races. We've got 3 back-to-back 1-2s now. This circuit, though, that might come to a change. I mean, still got a very good car, but Max had a penalty at Spa, which dropped him back to 19th at the beginning of the race. So I'm expecting him to be right at the front and very fast here at Zandvoort. So I don't think it's going to be an easy race, this one. I think Max could well be on for breaking our streak here. Let's see. We do have another new part on the car for this Grand Prix. And as you can see, we have a new suspension and a new chassis coming. Both of those minor upgrades, but they will hopefully give us just a little extra boost of performance. We do have a new ATR period starting after this race, I believe. And that's when we're going to put on our last really big update, I think, for the season, which will be a brand new front wing. We're going to throw all the hours we've got into that and hope that that gives us enough of an edge going into the closing part of the season to really step up our challenge to try and win at least one title, this season. I mean, it'd be nice to win both, but if we can just about scrape through and keep the constructors, that's all I want. Drivers would be a nice little cherry on top, but I want the constructors this year. Evening, Mr. Watter. How are you? It's good to see you tonight. Right, let's have a quick look at how our car is stacked up for this Grand Prix. There you can see top speed, we are 5th and 6th in speed and acceleration. Our low speed cornering has dipped slightly to 4th, still very strong in the medium and high speed. Got a very good DRS still as well, 3rd overall in that. And then our dirty air performance has taken a little bit of a knock again, down to 6th in the low speed, 1st in the medium, and down to 3rd in the high speed. And our cooling has dipped just a little bit compared to the rest of the grid as well. Max's car is going to be very quick here. Let's take a look at it. There you can see, very fast. Cornering, we definitely got an edge, although there's quite a bit of high speed here. I'm expecting to see some improvement from him in that respect. They're 6th overall high speed, their low speed is poor, so there are a couple of spots where we got a big advantage over them. The actual speed difference, 0.3 kilometers an hour, doesn't sound like a lot, but in Formula 1 terms that is still quite a big gap. Let's take a look at Mercedes. Mercedes are strange. They seem to defy the position of their car. I mean, they're 18th in top speed, and yet they're still going to be there or thereabouts. If we take a look at Ferrari looks to have actually improved their car quite significantly going into this Grand Prix. They're now up to 12th in speed. Their cornering has improved. DRS looks like it might have improved just a little bit. Their dirty air performance has improved significantly. Ferrari could be an issue in this Grand Prix. They have made some definite progress. And we'll take a look at McLaren. McLaren not as quick as they have been. They're struggling a little in the high speed, which is why they weren't quite as competitive, or at least Hamilton wasn't as competitive as expected at Spa. Norris still had a decent race, but good in the low and medium speed stuff. I think that's all the cars we need to worry about. Alpine seem to have gone off the boil a little bit. Haven't really been there to threaten us. They've got very good cornering pace. This is a circuit which is going to be useful. Their speed isn't too bad. We may see something from Zandvoort as far as the Alpines go. Let's see what happens. Let's set our targets for this Grand Prix. So Q2 is the incentive. We're going to try and get both our guys into. We'll go for the top 8. I'm hoping for better than that, but we'll go for the top 8. 2 into Q3. Finish position, yes. We'll go for the fastest lap. Finish position streak is fine, and we've got a new quali streak to do because we got held up at Spa, and Freddie had to scuff his quali lap as a result. Didn't make it through out of Q2. Broke the streak. We've got a new one to do. We'll go to the top 10 for the next 5 races. Nice and conservative, really, considering the pace of our car. And off we go to Zandvoort.
It's another historic weekend of Formula One here at Zandvoort. The track has seen many unforgettable moments, like Gilles Villeneuve's 3-wheeled lap at the 1979 Dutch Grand Prix, which cost him victory. What excitement lies ahead this year? There's never a dull moment at Circuit Zandvoort. It's fast, very fast, with long straights and wide curves. But it also features 2 heavy banked corners, where aerodynamic improvements are sure to help our drivers. This is it. We're down to the last few races of the season, and it's time for that final push. Who will be crowned champion at the end of it all? We'll find out soon enough. There's nothing like a race weekend in Formula One.
So as we saw last night, we do have heavy rain in the race. It's another reason why I don't think we're going to be completing a quadruple 1-2 here. That rain is really going to hurt us potentially if the conditions change dramatically. I mean, just the fact that it's going to rain is going to immediately hamper our drivers at some point. Let's go ahead and take out the good bits of performance parts that we have on the car. Let's go with the rubbish engines and stuff for practice. There we go, and gearbox. Okay, for tyres, we're going to start on the hards. There we go, and let's see. 21 laps for Zandvoort, because it's quite a quick lap, so we will get plenty of time on track. There we go. Let's drop the pace modes down, as we always do. And let's set the sliders. So, this setup here looks like it wants a strong front wing. So let's go with a 10 and a 14. That looks like it might potentially be a bit too much. We'll see how the rest of it shakes out. We want an 8-2. Yeah, that's already a bit too extreme. So let's go the opposite way. Let's go with a 10 and a 13, a 5.5, a 3.1, and a 1. Let's try that setup. And for Felipe's car, there we go, a little bit more balanced on the sliders there. We'll go with a 9, a 13, a 4.6, a 3.5, and a 1. So we're going to run a skinny rear wing here initially, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, it's green now.
Alright, there we go. Our boys are on track. They are configured to hopefully look after the cars. Let's leave them to it for a bit. So I've upgraded the surround on my microphone from a thick piece of paper, like an insert, from a bit of junk mail, to some cardboard, a nice thick piece of cardboard, which I then cut slightly and bent around the inside of my mic, so it just sits on top of the shock mount inside the ring, and hopefully that will provide some good muffling from the fan. I'll have to stick a picture on the community tab later.
What's your thoughts on coming in or doing any more?
That's not encouraging. Only 75% on the first run there. Got some work to do. So the rear wing's wrong, and the toe is wrong as well, probably. Not the toe, sorry, the camber and the braking stability. Roll bar, that's what I'm looking for. So the roll bar. The roll bar and the rear wing are going to need to be changed on that. Let's have a look at that one. 82%, a little bit better. Possibly the rear wing is the biggest contributor on Drogovic's car as well. Let's have a look when we get back to the garage. But we've got a bit of work to do here.
Copy that.
So, yep, we do need to change the roll bar. Actually, no, the roll bar's okay. It's everything else that needs to change, pretty much. Alright, so let's try going to a 13.5. Let's go 9.5, 13.5, 5.5, 3.4, and a 1. Let's have a look. That's a little bit too big of a change on the cornering. Let's pull that back a touch. Let me go to a 9 on the front wing. Trying to manipulate this to get that closer without overdoing it on the rear wing, on the front wing, sorry. However I'm trying to do this, it always seems to go the same way. Alright, we'll try that. That doesn't look too far off. So again, we need to up the rear wing. We'll go to a 13.5. Front wing looks okay now. Stability needs to change. That might do it. That might be all she wrote. We'll do that. That looks pretty good. A lot of cars heading out at the same time here. Wow, everyone's piling out. So I've been playing Frostpunk, the computer game again, for the last couple of days. Playing the board game at the weekend really kind of reignited my my love of the game, and so I've been playing the endless builder mode, trying to start from scratch in survival with no generator and build the generator up, get everything put together, and then just try and survive for as long as I can. Playing on extreme difficulty with random issues and settlements included as well. Just got through the first storm, and yeah, really enjoying playing Frostpunk again. And it's such a great game. There was an announcement about the sequel on the 11th on Sunday, and it said 2024 coming to PC, and it didn't say anything about consoles. And I'm like, oh. So I haven't watched the trailer because I don't want to get disappointed. But as far as I know, they've made no announcement about consoles yet. So that upsets me. I was really looking forward to Frostpunk 2. But if it's 2024, and I don't need just says 2024, if it's say mid to late 2024 when that game comes out, it might be 2025 before it even makes it to console. That's disappointing. You've got to try Endzone soon. Yeah, Endzone's good. It kind of scratched that Frostpunk itch for me for a while. It's good, but it's not Frostpunk. Frostpunk is just, there's something special about that game. Alright, we're up to 91% with Freddy. That's a big improvement. And, 91 with Felipe as well. That's interesting. So maybe they're running the same setup target. Maybe they both need to have the same setup for this Grand Prix. We'll see how things shake out. If we can find the sweet spot on one car, we might just mirror it straight onto the other one and see what happens. Let's have a look. So we've got 9.5, 13.5, 5.5, 3.25 and a 0.85. Let's go back to a 10. And let's just leave it at that and see what that does. So this was running a 4.6 and it's only good, so let's go to a 5.5 on that one as well. Let's go 10. Alright, so let's try that. 10, 13.5, 5.5, 3.25 and a 1. See if that works. Is that what we just put on this car? Almost. We went with a 0.85. Let's go with a 1 on that one as well, just to see if that is going to be the same thing. That'll be our run for session 2. The tutorial in Endzone is very long, but it does teach you pretty much everything you need to know. it breaks things down as to, it doesn't give you an indication as to just how important some things are, but it does it go through every different thing in the game in a nice gradual thing. So yeah, you'll enjoy Endzone, I think. Right, medium tyres for this session. We've already done the setup, so we just need to do the run plan and the pace settings. We are going to go with 30 laps. There we go.
Ready to check?
Yeah, it's definitely one of those games that I would say you need to play the tutorial before you just jump straight into trying to, sandbox it yourself. Because you will get overwhelmed really quickly if you don't know how the different mechanics interact with each other. And the tutorial, while it's a lot slower paced than a typical sandbox game in terms of demands from your people, it will certainly prepare you for sandbox. Oh, spin for Felipe.
Here's the replay. So this was the Aston Martin. Look at that!
Well,
They
that was a
spun
low-speed
their car.
spin. He kept it out the wall. Didn't damage the car, unless he managed to damage the underfloor there. Doesn't look like he did. Nope, no damage to the car itself. So that's okay. I mean, he's been due a spin. He's not had one for a while. And it's practice, so...
Did somebody spin out there?
Perez having a little bit of
You can take a look now.
a whoopsie
So
as
let's
well.
look at this. There's Sergio Perez. And that spin is
He's
on.
had a disappointing season. Just hasn't been there where you would expect him to be. Someone's on the wall.
Copy.
There's been a crash. Let's see what happened there. Let's take another look. There we have Joe. A definite collision there. That's very unfortunate.
It's one of those really wonky crash animations that needs to be improved. 91%, we made no change at all, apparently. The car there. And 100% for Felipe, so they're not running the same setup because, they are at the moment and it's perfect on one car and it's not on the other one. So, interesting. I thought they might be having to, they might be running the same setup. That does happen every now and again where you get both cars on one setup. It's not happening here. Felipe's car is taken care of though, so we just need to worry about Freddie. We'll let him get some track time in. And then we'll take a look at making some changes. Try and figure out where we need to find that extra 9%. I think we do need to go back to what we were doing with the tow on this car. We changed it from a 0.85 to a 1 just to match it up to Felipe's car, and in the process we gained no progress. So the front wing will have changed. That will probably be a positive impact, cancelled out by the negative impact of messing with the toe. And yeah, that's pretty much exactly what's happened. The front wing is now spot on. So we can correct that by changing the camber. Gonna have to balance that front wing a little bit, I think, to do that. So I'm gonna go there. And I'm gonna try that. Yeah, we'll try that. So we're done in this session. We will only do shortish runs in the next session, but hopefully that would be it for Freddie's car. If not, we'll have time to put him on a fresh set of soft and send him out for a second run. Verstappen looking intimidatingly fast compared to the rest of the field again. Mercedes looking a bit off the boil. And they're on the softs as well. Ricciardo looking pretty quick on the mediums, but he might have set a time on the softs. Ocon looking very quick. The Alpines are definitely looking a bit quicker this weekend. But, as always, it's practice, and what really counts is quali. So, we won't read too much into it just yet. Hamilton and Ricciardo both have penalties. Interesting. They must be part swaps. I don't think they've done... don't remember them doing anything in the last race that would warrant that. So yeah, there must be a part swap penalty. Right, so we made the changes there. We've gone to soft tyres. 21 laps will get us to close to the halfway period. So we'll go 24 laps. That should be enough to do half an hour's worth of running for Felipe to get him the full 30 minutes he needs for his points bonus for experience at the end of the week. And we will do the same with Freddie just in case it nails it, but if it doesn't, we will pull him in early and box him to make the changes and send him straight back out again for another run.
Radio check. Radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, it's green now.
Right, fingers crossed. This will do it for Freddie.
Oh, we've had a spin.
Albon with a bit of a wobble. Oh, Felipe needs a lot more track time. I forgot because he broke his track knowledge gain that last time out with that spin. So we might need to keep Felipe on track a bit longer. We'll have to extend his stint if we
We've had
can.
a car run wide.
Just waiting on that feedback from Freddie. Boom, there we go, 100%.
Coming in or doing any more?
So
Sounds
Vesti,
like we've had a spin.
oh, you're going to have to extend his stint slightly as well, I think. Maybe. Did I short fuel him? I did. Alright, so Felipe is going to have to go back out. I don't think he's going to do enough before he runs out of fuel. He's only got a couple of extra laps worth of fuel. Freddie can come in now. Felipe's not quite there. Got to call him in. He's going to run out of fuel otherwise. There we go. He just ticks over onto the 15 out of 15, and that will be enough. We don't need to send him back out for chasing those last couple of bits of percentage because they don't seem to have any impact. What we do need was to get the 15 out of 15 performance bonus, and that we've done. So we're done in practice. Just got to run out the clock. And then we absolutely have to maximise quali. So for quali, we're going to put in our best engine. I was kind of hoping to hold that back. No, you know what? No, we are going to run the older engine. Can we really justify? No, we can't really justify it. We need our best engine. We need to qualify as high up the grid as possible because when that rain starts or when it fluctuates, we're going to suddenly drop way off the pace. So we need to be as far up the grid as possible to take advantage of where we are if we want to try and have any chance of getting on the podium in this Grand Prix. With a stable weather level, water level, we will be fine. But if it fluctuates, keeps going too low or too high, and it is looking like it's going to be a heavy weather race, which means it could well fluctuate between wets and inters. Those crossover periods are going to be brutal for us. We are going to be so far off the pace because of our low adaptability ratings on our drivers.
The checkered flag is now out.
So there we go, session is done. And there you see Ricardo looking very quick. He must have a new engine. So let's put in the good stuff. Best engine. If we can look after the engine at points in the Grand Prix, we will absolutely do that. Don't really want to hammer them. Like I said, these are our best engines. We need these in as good shape as possible for at least the very next Grand Prix, which is Monza. So we don't want to absolutely hammer them here. But we'll also need them later in the season as well, especially if we want to continue our challenge. I think we might have to take new engines at Singapore as a penalty, because the other ones we've got are just a little bit too busted down now. And the AI is going to take penalties. So if they're going to give themselves new, fresher equipment, I think we're probably going to have to do the same. Right. That will make Singapore an interesting Grand Prix as well. We'll be starting at the back, absolutely, with brand new components on all parts. But high safety car chance, interesting choices with strategy. We could really come through the field quite quickly there. We are going to just quickly check. Yeah, both cars running their best gear. Let's send them out.
Radio check.
And let's go early. Get a banker lap in. Just in case it gets close enough. Alright, we might have traffic. Stroll coming out the pits in front of us. Both drivers looking pretty quick in the first sector. Freddie has been pipped by Felipe there. See what happens in the middle. And it's Freddie who's got the edge in the middle sector. And he might get a nice little toe off the back of Stroll here. Thought we might potentially have a traffic issue. It's not going to be that case. Across the line. And yeah, he did get a little boost there. Just a tiny little boost maybe. But it's enough to hold on to provisional pole there. And we're a second faster than Vettel. Alright, how are we doing against the rest of the grid? Only just faster than Perez. Half a second on the Mercedes. 3/10 on Hamilton and Norris. Ferraris and Verstappen yet to go out. Here comes Ricciardo. He's quick with that brand new engine. What about Ocon? Just starting his hot lap now. Verstappen is coming out. Ocon's looking quick as well. This isn't going to be good for us to see just how close it is amongst all of these cars. Verstappen just sneaks to the top of the timings there. But with the top 10 all separated by about half a second, that does suggest that when that rain hits, we are going to be falling like a stone.
Good session.
Looks like almost the entire grid will be faster than us, because we'll probably lose about a second a lap in those changeable conditions. And a second goes all the way back to Gasly. That's not good. Yeah, that's really not good. Just got to hope the weather stays stable. We'll be in with a chance then. Right, Q2, we're going to do the same tyres. We'll look to wait till the end of the session.
Radio check.
Green light, green light.
see how things go. Ricardo setting early pace. Actually, thinking about it, given how close the field is, maybe we should go out now so that we've got time to do a lap on fresh tyres if we need it. We're not potentially going to need the to save soft tyres if it's a heavy wet race, because it might be the entire race is wet. So we need to tell Freddie not to overtake. And again, look how close it is at the front there. Is this going to be enough to get us through, or are we going to have to go out on brand new tyres? That's probably enough. It's probably enough. It's a gamble, but we're going to take it. If it is going to have an element of dry running in the race, then obviously I do want to have softs available for that. I would like to see a more detailed breakdown of the predicted weather in the race manager screens before the actual race itself. You know, rain expected to, to hit at a certain point in the race, rather than just it's going to be wet at some point. It might start wet, it might end wet, it might be wet in the middle. You don't know until you actually get to the grid. It would be nice just to get a rough prediction, even if it doesn't necessarily hold true. You get a rough idea of where the weather's going to be before the race, so you can actually plan your quali strategy in terms of tyres accordingly, rather than just wait until the day of. Both of our drivers made it through. We say goodbye to Sainz and we say goodbye to Russell. They failed to get through. Norris just squeaking through. We also lose Albon, Magnussen and Vettel. So, both the Alpines, again, looking quick. Ricciardo will take a big penalty. And so will Hamilton. So, that's two cars that will potentially be below us on the grid. That's a good start, if they are going to qualify in front of us. Let's see how we do in final quali.
Ready to check?
I'm going to wait till the end, and we're going to let both of them run in clean air. We're not going to slipstream in this one. If you get the chance, Mr. Water, can you just shoot Farah a message just saying, come back, we miss you? It's very quiet in the chat without him. And if I upset him, I'm sorry. I don't know what I did to upset him. Maybe telling him he needs new material with his ragging on Hamilton. But yeah, we miss you, Farah. Come back. Alright, I've got to time this about right. I want to have a little bit of clean air, but I don't want to wait too long. Let's send them now. Although it has to be noted as well that while he's not been here, we've had our best results of the season. Every time he goes AFK, we have a spin or an accident or something. He's not been here. We've had three 1-2s in a row. Coming up to the end of the first sector, no purples. Max with a 180. That's quick. That's very quick. No purples in the middle either. Coming up to the line. Can Freddie get up there? Freddie goes third. Felipe takes third from him. So, yeah, as expected, the Red Bulls are quick here. They lock out the front row. We lock out the second row. Ricardo's got that penalty. That'll drop him out of the top 10. Hamilton's got a penalty. That'll drop him out of the top 10. But apart from that, that is your grid order. Red Bulls at the front, Aston's right behind them. And rain to come.
The grid is packed and there's electricity in the air. But there's no surprises in that. It's race day.
We saw a magnificent display of talent from Aston Martin during qualifying. This is as good a grid for them as anyone can hope for. The work Red Bull did during qualifying was nothing short of spectacular. Now let's see if they can repeat that for today's race. And the race will be taking place under blue skies. That means the teams should be able to apply their strategies without any added complications.
So let's see how the teams tackle this race today here at the Dutch Grand Prix.
Alright, so how bad's that weather going to be? We're starting on dry weather running by the look of it. Okay, so it's going to be dry. And then we're going to get rain. And it's going to come in close to the limit, but probably just enters. It's going to fall away quickly. Then it's probably going to dip just over into wets briefly. Back to inters and then finish wets, maybe. So, oh, here is a choice. Do I go for 2 sets of softs, or do I try and stretch a set of mediums, or maybe even stretch a set of hards all the way to the rain? I'm thinking mediums. I'm thinking that I just try and look after the tyres behind the Red Bulls, stay close to them, really look after the tyres, and then just push like crazy just before the rain comes. So we're looking at changing to inters on lap 33, give or take. And then maybe we'll have to switch to wets around lap 52 for a couple of laps. Might be better to just try and stay on the inters, I don't know. The inter prediction always shows that they fall away quickly, but they always last longer than the prediction unless you're running them at temperatures where they're not good. So they will last a lot better in wet conditions than they're showing there. Let's just try this. I think that's going to be our best strategy choice. Is just to look after the tyres behind the Red Bulls, and then just try and sprint at the necessary point. This is a race where you do get safety cars as well, so we've got the option of maybe switching things up a bit if a safety car does come out. Yeah, that's going to be our strategy.
As the sun continues to shine, it seems like nothing can dampen the mood of excitement here at the track. Aston Martin there. They're up in third position, tantalisingly close to pole. There's the second Aston Martin. They might not be in the top 3 spots, but things could change fast once the race gets underway. The teams are ready to go. The drivers are ready, and the crowds are waiting. It's the Dutch Grand Prix.
Okay, so Max is on mediums, Perez is on softs. And I think Perez is going to get the jump on Max here. Looks like Ocon's on soft as well, got to watch out for him.
Use energy if you need.
Copy.
I'll try and punch my way back past Ocon if I can. Max and Perez swapping places. Max looking very aggressive against his teammate there. We're still trying to get that place back from Ocon. We've got the inside.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
And there we go. You sent him a message. Okay, thank you.
Back off.
Yeah, copy.
Got to be careful for the next few laps because Ocon's going to be very, very quick coming out of corners. He's going to try and jump us again, look. Yeah, I think it might be better for us to not fight him. Just let him take that position. We can get him back when his tyres start to drop. We do have a plan. It's probably better to stick to that rather than trying to fight and wear the tyres out a little bit.
Just need to charge up.
Copy.
DRS is enabled. DRS is enabled.
For a second with the motorbike revving up right outside my front window. Felipe already almost a second off the back of Verstappen, who's tucked up behind a soft-tyred teammate. And now we've got a Ferrari swarming the back of Vesti. Again, what we might do is just let Ocon through against Felipe. I don't want to let the Ferrari through though. He's on the same tyres as us, that would not be good. Yeah, that's annoying.
Still a lot to play for.
So Ocon's through. That should close the gap
That's
back
a
up
good overtake
to
for
the back of Verstappen. Norris scrapping away with Bottas there. Oh, Hamilton's all the way down in 20th. So, big penalty for him. Where's Ricciardo? 17th for him. Ocon has closed back up to the Red Bulls again. That's what I was expecting to happen. Let's take a look at tyre wear. So we're not saving enough at the moment. It's a little bit too early to go full save. And again, we're just running that risk of maybe getting dropped in a couple of spots. These tyres will just about go the distance without us looking after them, but if we can look after them, that just puts us in a slightly better position. Pace-wise, I don't think we can get away with it at the moment.
Push a bit more.
Not while we've got soft tyres setting pace at the front.
So we just need to push now.
Sorry.
Need to let the softs wear out a little bit more. Vesti right on the cusp. Hopefully he can close up to the back of Leclerc. Does he get the DRS? Yes he does. Good, good, good. Got dropped there though, that's not good. Give him a little squirt of battery.
So use energy if you need it.
We're definitely weak coming out of that chicane. Okay, can I actually drop Norris in the process of trying to close back up to Leclerc? Probably not, but it would be nice. We're going to give Vesti a full lap of battery use here, just to see what happens, see if we can actually do that. Got the gap up to about 8/10. there you can see just another visual representation of how much pace we lose in that little sector of the track there. Ocon is hassling Verstappen. It's good stuff. We have now got the 1 second to Norris. Can we actually do anything with that? Yeah, these slower corners definitely hurting us, but he shouldn't get DRS, which will put him under pressure and hopefully give us a little bit of breathing room here. Try and rebuild the battery a little bit. Looking forward to the new top-up feature for battery management in F1 Manager 23. Oh, and that's not good. That's going to drop him all the way to the back of the grid, maybe. Oh no, there's a gap to Vettel. It's not good. That's not good. All right, let's start going into saving mode with Felipe. See if we can close up to the back of Russell. Not going to push, just going to see if we can do it with natural pace, because we have got we've got Vettel causing issues. Actually, that could give us the DRS. That would be nice. It is going to give us the DRS, so we can charge a little bit here.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Now we've dropped off the back of Ocon.
Pick up the pace a bit.
I don't know if we're going to get back in time. I don't think we are. Maybe we are. Oh, it's close. It's close. Did we just manage it? No. So we're going to be vulnerable to Leclerc. We've got him blocked there. Let's give him a little squirt.
Energy if you need it.
Copy.
And we did get it there. But again, only just. We are 3.9 seconds off the back of Russell. 4 seconds. Let's have a look. I think about the same pace. So we're probably not going to close him down. We'll see how we do. We're just about hanging on to range here. Verstappen's back in front of Perez. So the softs starting to go off already. Yeah, they are. Big time. So Perez and Ocon are going to start to struggle in the next few laps in comparison to Max. Max might start to stretch his legs a little bit. Ideally what we want is for Perez to get back in front of Max for a bit and then just slow him up. He's going to have a look down at turn 1. Can't get him. But if you can at least keep the pressure on again, that just forces Max into some defensive driving. We're taking a second out of Russell, so by not having any charging, we did actually close the gap there. That's good. I mean, we are going to catch him quicker than I thought we would. Gap between Bottas and Leclerc is increasing to 3 seconds now, give or take. And no progress for Vesti this lap. Not really. Lap 4/10 quicker than Russell, but the gap's still about 3 seconds. And once again, we just can't quite go to full save mode.
Energy.
Perez now sneaking up inside Verstappen. Max got the DRS though, retakes the position. A bit more progress made to catch up to Russell. This rain is really going to change the complexion of the race. It's just how badly it's going to affect us. Ricciardo has now made positions up to 14th. Hamilton down in 17th, so they are slowly moving up the order. But they are stuck in traffic again. Behind Vettel and Tsunoda at the moment, those two scrapping and holding everybody else behind up. There you can see the soft tyres of Perez and Ocon, because they started on scrubs. They are now in the window of falling away pretty quick. So we might not see Perez threaten Max anymore, unfortunately. We have managed to save an extra couple of percent of wear over Verstappen with Felipe. Can't really do anything with Freddie at the moment. He is hunting down, so he's got to stay on the pace setting he's on. Ocon gets ahead of Perez, so we need to start thinking about maybe making a move to get past those two. They are starting to drop back a little bit. So let's up Felipe's tyres. See if we can capitalise and pounce on a chance to move up. Get into the slipstream of Verstappen himself. Freddie now just 1.5 seconds off the back of Russell, slowly making progress. Ocon with a fastest lap because he got a double DRS effect on that lap. He was really able to close right up on that back straight. But he's going to lose that time again round the next few corners. Oh, we had Perez then. We had the slipstream of Ocon, and then he just twitched in front of us. Ocon is actually threatening Verstappen, which I didn't expect to happen. Can we get a move done here up the hill? Gonna try and go around the outside. That's a brave attempt to overtake there. Trying to get him under braking here. We've got the inside line. And we got him. Can we now get Ocon as well?
Nicely done.
Yes, we can. I've damn near killed the battery to do it. Well, I have killed the battery to do it.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
But we've got Felipe up into second place. So we're in front of the soft tyres. Now we need to stay with Max. Without the battery, that could be a little tricky. So we do need to try and get that recharged. Vesti is now on the back of that pack. So let's get him recharged as well.
We just need to charge up.
Okay, copy.
And he's just set a new fastest lap. These last few races, Felipe really has come into his own. A really rough start to the season, but he's been superb over the last 4 races or so. Still need to be wary of the threat of Ocon while we are charging up here, so I'm going to pop him into neutral for a few corners. Sainz is now heading up this group, which isn't the best because Sainz is on softs and they are now starting to fall away. In fact, everyone in front of us is on softs except for Norris.
Loads of energy.
But we have now got Freddie to the point where he's pretty much fully charged, so we're going to actually start immediately spending some of that battery, trying to punch our way through.
You can use energy.
Copy.
Felipe just hanging on in range of Max. Alright, here we go. We've got a chance. We've got a slipstream. Can we get him around the outside? No. Can we get him around the outside going into here? I always think of this corner as the carousel, even though that's not what it's called. Just because it reminds me of the carousel at the Nordschleife. Go on, dive up the inside. There you go, good man. So that's Russell. We need to get past Albon ASAP as well.
That's it.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Put Felipe back in charge mode. Now he's closed up again. Can we go around the outside here? Not quite. Oh, we can get a great launch out of the carousel though, and we're straight past Albon. Onto Bottas. I'm out of battery. Let's go back into
Looks
harvest
like
mode.
Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Just installing Survivor 148 gig. Yes. Yeah, the early generation of PS5 games were not full PS5 titles. They were kind of improved PS4 versions. Now we're starting to see, games being built entirely for new gen. And yeah, they are big. Yeah, Final Fantasy is going to be huge. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see that game coming in at around 200 gigs. Albon and Sainz are in the pits, so that removes Sainz from the equation. We've already got past Albon. Norris now leads this group. He's on mediums. Bottas on softs will be stopping soon. Russell behind us on softs will also be stopping soon. And we're getting close to the rain. I'm surprised Ocon and Perez haven't boxed yet. Really surprised they haven't boxed yet. Perez starting to drop away now, and Leclerc is stuck behind him.
Energies good.
Okay.
Let's try really looking after the tyres now. Now that we've got full charge. almost there with Freddie as well. Leclerc has got past Perez. Let's see. Hamilton up to 11th, Ricardo in front of him in 10th, but 6 seconds further up the roads. Ooh, safety car. Maybe. Nope, just someone running wide.
That sounds like someone's gone wide there.
Oh, it's Albon, who's just stopped recently. So that's not good for him. We've been able to stay with Max, which is really encouraging. I was a little concerned in that first sector that we might drop away really quickly. But no, we stayed right with him. That's really good. Right, now we can do the same with Freddie.
Drop back a bit.
Yeah, copy.
Again, surprised, no pit stop for Bottas. They're going to have to box soon. And this is going to hurt them because everyone who has stopped already on fresh tyres will be closing this gap down. Oh, Felipe just out of range. Yeah, we lost the DRS.
Push more.
Copy.
Let's step it up again just for a couple of corners. I think we just about made that. Yes, we did.
Yeah, take it easy.
Yeah.
They're still staying out there. They might not have the grip, but they are certainly still able to just about hang on. But they're not going to have the life in those tyres to hang on until the rain hits. So they are going to have to box. Did we stay in DRS? We did just. Okay. Again, Perez staying out. These guys are going to take their tyres right to 30%. Maybe they'll box at the end of this lap. I'm amazed how good their pace still is. Perez isn't that far. I mean, Perez is hanging on to Leclerc, but Russell, I mean, his tyres are 10% better than the other soft runners, but he's still only a second and a half behind Norris. Well, behind us, and we're running at Norris's pace, albeit a Norris under pressure. Again, we are just slipping.
We think we can lean on the tyres more.
Copy.
Alright, let's just push.
Energy if you
Get
need
back
it.
comfortably
Yeah,
onto
okay.
Verstappen's gearbox and see if we can drop Ocon in the process. Just in case he doesn't box this lap. I mean, how long are these guys going to go? Surely this lap. Yeah, there goes Ocon. So I'm expecting Perez to do the same. There goes Perez. Which means Bottas is going to box this lap, I would imagine. There he goes. Russell's going to have to wait another lap. But Russell's tyres are in better shape anyway. So let's up the pace with Freddie now.
happy to push.
Okay, copy.
We still haven't had the wet weather warning yet. We are 5 laps away from our predicted pit stop. Let's see, has it changed as to when that weather's going to come? It's still looking like a lap 33 pit stop. Tyres are in slightly better shape. We have got the ability to really push hard when it comes to boxing. Depending on where and when the rain starts falling will determine whether or not we can actually undercut, and whether Max is going to have to do a lap under crappy conditions. Really hope that's the case. Now, if the rain starts falling as we get right towards the end of the lap, we can dive straight in, knowing full well that the track will be soggy as anything by the time Max gets around to the pits at the end of the next lap. Let's try and make our way past Norris, so we can start closing that gap down to Leclerc a little bit.
Use energy if you need it, use energy.
Copy.
I find it kind of crazy that looking after the tyres on this track has actually been more detrimental to our pace than just leaving the tyres as they are and charging the battery.
That's it. So we just need to push now.
Copy.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
We are just a couple of laps away from our pit prediction, so we are going to push Freddie. And if I get the opportunity to have a lunge at Verstappen, we'll push Felipe as well.
Rain still coming.
There's the wet weather warning, 4 minutes away. Can I break Norris? We've almost saved all the fuel we need to save as well. Maybe it's taken 2 laps of fuel out. Never mind. Better to have the fuel and need it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Use energy.
Alright, let's go for it now with Felipe.
Doing a good job. Keep pushing.
Russell finally pits right before the weather. Ah, Russell. See, if I'd known they were going to have a pace as decent as that, I'd have just started on the softs and just looked after the softs. Didn't think they would last that long. Or at least be as competitive as they were for that long. Right, Max is going to get the DRS on us here.
Doing a good job. That's going to help you.
Looks like Aston Martin have
Well, we
just
held
gained
him off.
the race position.
We've got a nice little gap between our drivers as well, so that allows us to be able to box them both on the same lap, but also if we do miss the pits with Felipe, we've still got a chance of getting them with Freddie, depending on, as I say, when that rain starts falling. If it starts falling just as Felipe is crossing the line, we're not going to have time to obviously box him before, but we can still box Freddie at that point. He's what, 12 seconds back nearly? 10.5 seconds back. There we go. That was my best chance to break away from Max and couldn't quite do it. Maybe with tyre push we can still break away. I doubt it. He's going to have the DRS. All right, we're 1 second. Sorry, 1 second. We're 1 minute away, so we are going to go ahead and go for the pit stop and just hope. Still too early for Freddie to capitalise, so we'll just schedule his stop for the end of this lap.
Box.
Copy, box.
I do want to maintain track position over Max. There's the rain.
Rain
Should have
now
gambled.
towards the slippery conditions.
Should have gambled with Freddie.
Yeah, copy.
Alright, so we're not going to get the...
We are expecting rain pretty soon.
Copy.
Yeah, we're not going to get the big undercut advantage that I was hoping we were going to get, because everyone's going to be boxing. We might potentially even get some drivers boxing. Oh no, everyone's past the pits. Oh wow, Verstappen has just rocketed ahead because we are struggling in these conditions. Damn it.
Pit lane.
Look how much time we lost.
Yeah, copy.
Norris is flying up onto the back of us as well. Again, really struggling in these conditions. Oh, damn it. That's why I was hoping we'd get the undercut.
Entering the pit now.
Yeah, copy. So make sure you get your pit limiter as you come in the pit lane.
Okay, Leclerc stayed out though, so Leclerc's race is screwed. Because he now has to do another lap in very, very soggy conditions. Norris also kind of screwed. And we just go straight past Norris.
Good job.
Perez is going to be screwed as well, I think, possibly. Yeah. So Leclerc, Norris, Ocon, Perez, Bottas, those guys are screwed royally. Oh, Leclerc has held up Verstappen, has allowed us to get right onto the back of him again. Thank you. Thank you, Charles. We're stuck behind Perez right now. There we go.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
And now Ricciardo's getting held up. That's good. That gives us a chance to pull away. Leclerc finally boxes. And we are back on the gearbox of Max. Norris is in, Ocon is in, Vesti up to third, Perez in, Ricciardo, who started all the way near the back of the grid, is now up to fourth place. He's really benefited from the weather here, but look how far back we are now. We were 10 seconds back, we're now 20 seconds back. Combination of traffic and just poor timing on the pit stop has cost us mighty there with Freddie. Right, we're going to ride with Felipe for a while. Freddie is kind of in no man's land right now. He's 20 seconds behind, but he is still over a second ahead of Ricciardo, and theoretically should now start to open that gap up a bit. Now we stopped charging Felipe, he should hopefully start matching Verstappen's pace again. Max getting past one of the Alphas, who is on inters, just getting lapped. Didn't really help us there. We have got a couple more cars. We've got Joe and Sonoda just round the corner from us, and then Schumacher as well. Let's see if either of them get in the way. Rain level is coming down just a little bit. Max gets through without any issues. Are we going to get held up as I do a little whistle there? We get through without too much trouble there. We are just drifting away slightly. Sounded like one of the old Frontier hillbillies with wooden teeth for a second then. This is going to be a real test for Felipe, because out of our two drivers, I mean, neither of them are particularly good in adaptable conditions like this, but he is the worst of the two. Freddie will probably start to hunt him down just a little bit here and there. Let's take a look at lap times. 16.5 and 16.9, but Vesti about to cross the line. 16.4, fractionally quicker. That's what I was expecting to see. We get past Sonoda without any real issues there. And that's it for traffic now, and Schumacher's another, what, 7 seconds up the road, 6 seconds up the road. But as the water level comes down like this, this will help Felipe. This will help him get his pace back to a more competitive level against Max. If we can get him close enough as well, he can get slipstreaming. Let's give him a little nudge on the battery.
Energy if you need it.
Okay.
Track conditions starting to favour him. Do know that it is going to get very wet again soon. Well, soonish. We don't know whether or not it's going to go to full wets. I kind of hope Max gets spooked into going full wets and it doesn't need to be a full wet, because that will offset him having to make that extra stop. Will offset us. Well, he'll make 2 extra stops effectively, but we could potentially box for fresh inters while he's changing off, you know, the full wets back onto inters again. With Freddie, we'll probably leave him out just because of the distance he is. Let's take a look. There's the prediction. Still showing damp at the moment. It's still way off yet. We're looking at lap 52 for the spike in weather, somewhere in that kind of region. So a little way to go yet. Another 13 laps till that happens. Max still able to just eke out a little bit more time than us. The track is drying up. We don't want it to dry up too much. That's the other thing. If it gets too dry, you know, around below 1.5, then again, same reason as if it gets too wet, we're going to have that changeable moment where our adaptability rating really lets us down and our drivers lose about a second a lap. Quite happy for it to stay like this for the next 10 laps or so. At least at this pace we can try and hang in there. There's a chance we might get held up by Schumacher here. Yeah, he gets in the way a little bit. I think we got out of that relatively unscathed though. Doesn't look like we've lost any time. Let's take a look at our tyres against prediction. They're wearing about as expected for Felipe. A little bit below for Freddie, so I think we are going to be looking at maybe boxing for fresh inters. So with that in mind, let's take a look at Freddie. Let's see, if we throw on an extra stint of inters, that gives us the ability to push. I don't really want to push too hard on the tyres themselves, or I don't want to push the engine too much. Again, we need this engine to be as good as possible for Monza, which is the next Grand Prix, and then for the run-in at the end as well, give us more options. But we could potentially burn some fuel to push the tyres a little bit harder. Going to save us about 6 seconds. It's not a huge amount. No more traffic for a little while, and then we've got a big group of traffic. We've got Stroll, Albon, Russell, Gasly, Magnussen and Bottas in a big train. They're just coming up to the final corner now as they chase down Sainz. I would imagine Sainz is actually breaking away from that group. I can't imagine Stroll having the pace to hunt down that Ferrari. So yeah, we're kind of in a bit of a quandary here. Do we push these tyres knowing that we're going to go for another set of inters to maximise that grip, or do we look after these tyres knowing that there's going to be a change in track conditions and that it's going to hurt us, and not knowing how severe those changes are going to be? I don't like this. I don't like the not knowing. Freddie's out of this race unless the field gets closed up or Max does get spooked into going full wets and then immediately having to come back off those onto inters again. It's a battle between Freddie and Felipe for the win. Vesti is fighting for third, maybe second, and Felipe an easy win if Max does do that weird double stop thing. But yeah, Ricciardo is definitely a threat, and what a great recovery it's been for Ricciardo, starting what, 18th, 19th, something like that. Where did he start? Let's have a look. He started 19th. And he's currently in 4th. He really has benefited in this race. And the track is drying up a touch. We are losing ground again. It is going to go wet. Okay. I don't think it's going to stay wet for very long. I don't really want to go to full wets because if it's only going to be for a couple of laps, if it's more than 2 or 3 laps, we need to be on the full wets because we will lose so much time on the inters. But if it's only for 2 laps, it's not worth it. Evening, Anthony, and we'd be better just topping it out. Got to wait another few laps for a little bit more information from our thing here. Got to wait till another 3 minutes before we can really make a decision. Going back to what we were talking about, Mr. Watter, about Final Fantasy, I seem to remember hearing that it's going to be on 2 discs, that game, which means it'll be the first game, I think the first ever game, to be released on 2 ultra high def, ultra HD Blu-rays. So yeah, I would not be at all surprised to see that game in the 200 gig plus category. It's getting too dry, our tyres are overheating, our drivers are losing pace. But given how big some of the games are, have been recently, I'm very glad that I did pick up an SSD, an M.2 SSD, earlier in the year when it was on sale. Someone has locked up. We've got a yellow flag. Who and where?
Yellow flag 15.
Oh, it's Perez.
15.
Let's take a look at the replay. So let's look at this. There's Sergio Perez. Well, they've locked up. They won't have been happy about that.
Well, Perez's race was already kind of screwed because of the extra lap he had to do before he could box for inters, which is why he's down in 9th. That won't help him at all. He was right on the back of Ocon. Now he's 6.5 seconds off him, so he's lost about 6 seconds on that lock-up there. See Vesti again starting to close down his teammate, a couple of tenths a second faster. Thanks to that slightly higher adaptability. Felipe is just losing little bits of time here and there to Max. Can't really do anything about it. And there we see it is going to go wet then damp. So I'm going to push the tyres.
Pick up the pace a bit.
I'm going to push the tyres, and then I'm expecting Max to go wets and then back to inters. We're just going to go straight to another set of inters. We are going to have a period at the end of the race where it is probably going to go full wets, and that one I think we probably will have to box for full wets. But let's try and close the gap up and get ready to switch onto fresh rubber at the key moment. We can't go too soon and we can't go too late. We've got to kind of wait until it starts to dry up again. We can't, if we go too soon, then we're just going to waste the best rubber of those tyres in conditions where we're awful. And if we go too late, then we're going to lose position to Max again. Looking forward to F1 23 tomorrow. I'm seeing positive feedback so far. I might get it, but yeah, if I do get it, it probably won't be until towards the end of the year. EA do charge a fortune. You know, and they haven't really added anything of value that I can tell. I mean, they didn't really add too much to the last version of the game, except that ridiculous F1 home thing, F1 Life, which was just awful. And apparently there's a new F1 Ultimate Team kind of mode in the new game, which I am not at all surprised to see or hear about. I was expecting that. That's FIFA for you. That's EA's FIFA, footprint all over, or handprint all over the game. We're still losing time to Max, even though we're pushing the tyres because of these conditions. The track is so close to being dry right now that it's hurting us. It's really hurting us. Even though we're pushing these tyres, we just can't keep up with Max. Our adaptability rating isn't good enough. And even Ricardo is closing on Freddie. I can't push the tyres even harder, really, because it's... Well, I mean, I suppose I could, but... Screw it. We're going to be changing off them.
Push.
They're going to overheat really quickly in these conditions. We are about to get another squirt of water on the track soon. I just got to hope that we don't absolutely destroy these tyres in the next couple of laps. I need that water level to go up just a little bit. An extra 0.3 would be nice. It's not going to go up that much. It's going to stay somewhere around this region until it goes heavy rain in 4 minutes. It's even getting drier. Ugh. Ricardo is closing. We're practically in dry running conditions. Max is just pulling away almost a second a lap. This is what I was saying. We get to these conditions and we lose about a second a lap. It's going to be even worse on this lap, because now we're in the point where it is almost a dry track. I am going to be pre-ordering F1 Manager next week. I'm going to go for the deluxe edition, so that I can get that early access
high speed.
and start streaming it straight away for you guys. Seconds off, and that gap's just going up with every corner. 5.4. Tyres are melting. It comes out on the 27th if you get the pre-order on the deluxe edition. You get 4 days early access. Standard edition goes live on the 31st of July. Next Tuesday as well, I will probably not be streaming F1 Manager because Aliens Dark Descent will go live. So for one night, we will move F1 Manager aside and we'll stream the new Aliens game and see how good it is. And I might drop one of the City Skylines nights to make room for it. We'll see. We're now 6.2 seconds off. The track's getting drier and drier and drier, but we can't box for slicks because A, we'd be in exactly the same position we're in now. We'd be on tyres that really aren't suited to the level of water. So we'd still be slow, and it's about to get very wet again. I don't think we'll have a whole week of Aliens. We'll definitely be streaming it on Tuesday because it goes live Monday night at midnight, or a minute past midnight. So I'll definitely be playing. Here we go. So this is our lap where we've just got to go for it.
You can stop, lift and coast.
Copy.
No saving required.
You'd rather buy F1 Manager 23 than Codemasters? Yeah, I'm the same. I'd rather support... I mean, Frontier don't always do the best job in terms of their community, but I would much rather support Frontier than I would support EA. Because you're not really supporting Codemasters anymore, it's now you're supporting EA if you buy a Codemasters game. Which is a bit of a shame. I mean, Codemasters have been around since I was a kid. I remember playing Codemasters games on the Spectrum in the 80s. Yes, the Dizzy games. The Treasure Island Dizzy was my favourite. It's not going to go full wets. So we pushed our tyres and it hasn't paid off. CGA Elephant Antic. I don't remember that game. Do not remember that one. Yeah, we put ourselves in a position where we have to box. We're still losing time to Max because we're now at the point where it's too wet for the inters. Yeah, I don't know the CJ games. Is Max going to box for wets? Need him to box for wets. He's not boxing. Is anyone else boxing? No. Well, we're boxing at the end of this lap.
We have low battery.
Copy.
Box.
Yeah, copy. Box.
And box.
Copy, box.
Do I remember Alfredo saying Monty? No, I don't. I do remember games like Manic Miner. There was another game that was very similar to Manic Miner. I can't remember what it was. If I see the name, it'll immediately ping. Commodore 64 Classics, yeah, there were some really good Commodore games. Had a Commodore after I got my Spectrum.
Yeah, take it easy.
Yeah, copy.
Okay, happy to lift and coast.
Yeah, copy.
So back off.
Yeah, copy.
I had a game, I had Commando. Didn't know that it was based off the Arnie game, but the Arnie movie. But yeah, had Commando. I think that was on the Spectrum.
So use pit limiter, pit limiter.
Had Mission Impossible on the Commodore. That was a very tough game. Are you running a little behind, Mr. Water? In the chat. Oh, we got a VSC. Perez has crashed.
Have a look. So let's look at this. There's Sergio Perez. Clearly, something went very,
Pit stop.
very wrong
Yes,
there.
I had a pit stop game. It wasn't really an F1 game, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Save fuel, save fuel.
Outrun was great. You know, and then there was Hot Pursuit, which was a variant, you know, from a different publisher, where you had the Porsche 928 or the 948 with a little light on top. You had Enduro Racer, which was a cool little dirt bike game. And obviously, you know, you've got games like Road Rash. I think was more the Sega Master System, maybe the Mega Drive. I don't remember if I had that on the Commodore. I had Terminated 2 on the Commodore, and that was actually pretty good. Frustrating as hell on a couple of levels. The bit where you're being chased by the truck in the storm drain, oh, that was just such a brutal part of the game. It was so tricky.
VSC ending.
So the VSC came just a little bit too late for us there. It didn't quite help us out. But we are now on fresh tyres. We've got a chance to really try and close the gap a little bit as the track dries up. Just getting some battery in the cars. We're a long way off Max. I think Max has got this one in the bag. I can't see us beating him. Not unless something happens to him. Freddie can get points, but it's a question of how far up the points he can get. He should be able to get past Norris, and then it's can I close down Leclerc and maybe Hamilton, get back up to 4th. I think Ricciardo is probably going to get the other podium position. Right, let's set these tyres to a more aggressive pace. Burning off some of that excess fuel. Yeah, I think you're running way behind us, about 5-10 minutes behind us, Mr. Water. So there is the tyre situation. We're on brand new tyres. Verstappen and Ricciardo's tyres are dying off, but might not be enough. Vesti all over the back of Norris right here. Sound appears to be a bit broken. It's just the same engine notes cycling over and over again.
You can use energy. Use energy. You can use energy.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, chat was lagging. Okay. There we go. We're through. But my chat's just crashed now. There we go. Reset it.
That's it.
And it's crashed again. There we go. Reset it again.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
So Vesti is now back in front of Norris. 6.8 seconds to Leclerc. We should be able to close that down relatively quickly. Felipe closing in on the back of Ricciardo. track is getting drier. This is only going to help us. There goes the chat again. Problem with the server 503.
Energy if you need it.
Yep, copy.
We're not going to get him on this corner, unfortunately. He's blocking us. I mean, it'd be nice if we could hunt down Verstappen, but I just don't think we've got enough time left.
This is good. Come on.
If I knew that Max was going to have to make a pit stop on for new inters, maybe, but we've got a lapped car in front of us. Is that going to play ball, or is it going to hurt one of us? I hope it hurts Ricardo and not me. Somehow I think it's going to go the other way round. It's an Alpine. Is that Sonoda? Or is it Albon? Either way, he got in our way. Come on. Come on, Felipe. Make this move. You're out of battery now. Go on. Squeeze it up the inside.
Doing a good job. Keep pushing.
There we go. We've got him.
Push a bit more.
Okay.
Vesti already has taken a couple of seconds out of Leclerc. So Vesti's got the pace on these new tyres to get past Leclerc, and then hopefully we can have a crack at Hamilton before the rain starts getting worse again.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
We shall see. Even without battery, we should pull away from Ricciardo very quickly here. But I doubt quick enough to get Verstappen. Our only real chance is if it does need full wets, which is a maybe, and Max boxes, or Max stays out and we box and get full wets and hunt him down while the track is really, really bad for him. I can't see that happening though. Again, I think we just wouldn't have enough pace or enough time on those tyres to really get the benefit. And if we did have enough time, Max would be boxing as well. So yeah, we're fighting to hold on to second now. We've got to open up a gap to Ricciardo while we still can. And we've got to get Vesti as high up the points as we can before the rain moves out of our favour again. So with that in mind,
Use everything from the
really
tyres,
attack.
Copy.
Save fuel.
Yeah, copy.
Your chat just did that as well. Yeah, it is a bit temperamental still, by the sound of it. Right, we are lapping 1.2 seconds a lap faster than Verstappen, but there's no way we're going to have the pace to catch him. We are about to catch Leclerc though. We are lapping, again, 1.2 seconds faster. There he is, just getting past. Is that Vettel? It is Vettel. Saw a little bit of news about Vettel. He's going to be taking a Red Bull to the Nordschleife. That'll be interesting. think it's one of his championship winning Red Bulls from 10 years ago. I only saw the headline. I haven't had a chance to actually have a look at the article in depth yet. Alright, here we go. Closing in quickly on Leclerc. Track still okay for us. Still got that weird engine noise issue on Vesti. Let's try and throw it up the inside. Ah, nearly. I have any battery left? Yes, I do. Let's use some battery here.
So use energy.
There we go. We're only a second off Hamilton. Hamilton again, another driver who's had a great recovery here.
Looks like
He
Aston
started
Martin
20th.
have just gained a race position.
Farah never replied. Yeah. I hope he's okay. He might pop in again at some point. Maybe he's if he doesn't come back in before, I'm guessing he's going to come back in for the next game at some point, even if it's just to have a look. Right, we've made the move on Hamilton. We've got the inside for the carousel. There we go. We are hunting down Max. 1.4 seconds out of Max on that last lap. But we're now starting to get to the point where the track's getting a little bit too dry. The tyres are overheating again. I'm going to drop the tyre pace down just a touch again, because as the track dries up, these tyres will melt otherwise. Don't think we can get Ricciardo. I mean, we've got the pace to get Ricciardo, but I don't think we've got the conditions to get Ricciardo. It's going to go wet, then damp, then dry. So it's going to be another period where the track's going to get very wet and then dry up again. I don't think we're going to get full dry running before the end of the race.
8 to go.
That would just be kind of crazy. I would love to have battery in the car, but I just cannot take the time to do that right now. I need to maximise our pace before conditions, clobber our drivers. So I need to gap Hamilton by as much as possible, even hunt down Ricciardo if at all possible. And Felipe needs to gap Ricciardo as well. These tyres will last till the end of the Grand Prix. So will theirs. But again, we might see those changing conditions. And we've now got to the point where we're inside 22 seconds. We are possibly at a point where we can now undercut Verstappen if he does, for whatever reason, box for full wets. Even if it's only for, that's our only chance of winning this Grand Prix now, is that he boxes for full wets. He's going to be blisteringly quick for a couple of laps. We're going to be horrendously slow for a couple of laps, and then if it dries up really quickly again and he doesn't change tyres, we can hunt him down and get him. It's the only way we're going to win this Grand Prix, unless Max crashes. But the track is getting too dry. Our pace is going to suffer. There you can see, only 1 second ahead now, as opposed to 1.5 seconds. We are losing time.
Yeah, take it easy.
Copy.
Ah, weather's going back up. Here we go.
Just do what you can.
Okay, copy.
As the water level goes back up, it allows us to keep the tyres cooler so we can push them harder.
Six to go.
Yeah.
Can we get Vesti on the podium? We are lapping faster than Ricciardo by almost a second a lap. We've got the time, as long as it doesn't get too wet in the next minute or so. It's gonna be a nervy last couple of laps. We've got enough of a gap, I think, for Felipe to stay ahead of Ricciardo. He's 10 seconds ahead now. Can't see him losing that much time. We're not going to catch Max, as I said, but we can catch Ricciardo. Can we get past him? Here comes the big water. No! Ah! Come on, get past Norris, get back out in front of Norris.
Single
No!
you.
Come on! Get move!
Let's take a
Move!
closer
Ah.
look. Let's have a look here. This was the...
5 to go.
God damn it, we just lost so much ground.
You can stop, lift and coast.
Copy.
That spin just cost us 20 seconds. Well, not 20 seconds. 18 seconds. 18 seconds. It's ridiculous. Now we're not even in the points. God damn it. Here comes the big water as well, so we're probably not going to be able to catch Ocon now as a result, despite a big grip advantage. It's going to be too wet. I really hope it goes to full wets for the field. We're going to top it out, we've got to. It's our only chance.
4 laps to go.
It's not going to stay wet enough, long enough. I really need the AI to blink here. They're blinking. Ricciardo and Leclerc are blinking. Now I need it to start drying up immediately. Ocon blinks. Okay, we can get into the points. Can we hang on to the points? Those guys are going to be so quick compared to us. Track is starting to dry already. Ricciardo is out. He's ahead of us. In another lap or two, those tyres are going to be the wrong ones. But until then, God, you see, we could be second and third right now. Verstappen's boxed.
No saving required.
Come on, Felipe, give it everything. That track needs to dry up right now. Max is still going to be in front of us, but the gap's going to be much
He's
smaller.
3 to go.
Need that track to dry. Need it to dry. And I need it to dry quick. It's not going to. We're 5 seconds behind and we're going to be slow in comparison. Vesti is closing on Norris. But Leclerc and Ocon and Perez are hunting me down. Leclerc in particular, he's only 3.5 seconds behind. He's going to be so close. This is going to be a really tense finish. The track isn't drying quick enough. We're slow. We're just slow. How are the tyres severely overheating? The track is soaked.
Rain risk is receding.
Okay, copy.
Come on, dry up. Dry. Come on. If Max blinks and goes back onto inters, next time round, we'll have him. If he doesn't, I don't think we'll have enough time left to catch him.
2 to go.
Copy.
I still think you're lagging behind if you're reacting to the spin. Ah, there's Leclerc right on us. The track is almost back into territory. We're so close. We're 10 seconds off the back of Verstappen. I've got nothing left to fight with other than what I've got. I've got no battery. I've got no fuel to push.
Save fuel, save fuel.
Yeah.
Ferrari's going to just nab us if we're not careful. Alright, we're under 4 mil, but those inters are still going to be struggling a little bit, and those wets are still going to be competitive. We're still losing time to Max. Max isn't boxing. I didn't think he would. We're almost inside the second to Norris. Track's getting better.
This will be last lap.
It's not going to dry up quickly enough for us to hunt him down. We're going to get second place. Hamilton's going to get a podium. Can we get Norris? Track level's going back up again. It's coming back to the wets. Maybe I should have gone to wets and just hammered them. Come on, Freddie, hang on, please hang on. No, he's out the points. The track conditions were just so hard to read. You get so little information from the screen there. Leclerc's going to jump all over Norris. Maybe that will help us. Maybe that'll make Norris slow and we can jump on Norris. I doubt it though. We get second place. It's all about, can we get Freddie into the points? I don't think we can. Everything you got in the final corner, but it's not going to be enough. The rain has now stopped. The track is drying. It's not enough. We needed another lap.
Low battery.
We needed another lap or two. Leclerc can't quite get Norris. Norris hangs on for 5th. Leclerc gets a point in 6th. Freddie misses out on points. Ah, that's bad for both championships because Freddie was leading. Max is going to be level with Freddie on points. Felipe is going to be our championship leader, but only just. And that does mean that Red Bull will take 4 points out of us in the Constructors. So, not the end of the world for the Constructors, because Perez had a bad race, but for the Drivers' Championship, that does make things difficult.
What an incredible outcome for Aston Martin's driver. Aston Martin having an extremely good day at the track.
Yep, they managed to bring everything together. Strategy, engineering and driving. They've had a very strong weekend indeed.
After an intense weekend, the team ends in first place in the constructor standings.
We now look ahead to the next round in Monza in Italy. The Temple of Speed is waiting and the teams will be ready and raring to go.
Yeah, so I knew it was going to be a rough race, but I didn't think it would be quite that rough. I mean, Felipe did fantastically to hang on and take second place. What a recovery drive from both Hamilton and Ricciardo, both starting at the back of the grid due to penalties. They were struggling to get through in the early stages, and then when the pit stops came, they moved up a bit. They were able to stay out until the rain hit. And they really were able to just capitalise on that. They ended up third and fourth. Great drives from both of those two. Norris recovers well to gain 3 places as well. Fourth win of the season and takes the position from Freddie, even though they're tied on countback because Freddie only has 3 wins. So, yeah, very close at the top. 4 points separating the top 3 in the championship. It is going to be a scrap with Max all the way to the end of the season for the Drivers' Championship. The Constructors' Championship looking a little bit more comfortable. Perez still not performing, which is the only thing that's going in our favour right now. As you can see, maximum points for Max gets 10 points for Red Bull. The second place for Felipe does mean that we limit the damage to just 4 points. We still have a 30-point gap over them in the championship. But, yeah, Perez has been absent. He's been missing in action for the last half a dozen races or more. So, let's hope that continues. At the end of the Grand Prix, we see exceptional result for Freddie. It's based on his performance, but I wouldn't call it exceptional. It was decent. The spin cost him terribly. 9 overtakes, 10 defences, 8 failed overtakes, 6 failed defences. Felipe had a great race, did what he could, despite his really, really poor adaptability. He managed to bring it home for second place. 6 overtakes, 5 defences, 9 failed overtakes, 2 failed defences. That's about the best we could hope for. Was second place with Felipe tonight, and we managed to achieve that. So achieved all of our sponsor goals. That's another 5 million in the bank. Next up is Monza. That'll be next week, but it'll probably be Wednesday next week. Maybe even Thursday. I might not stream F1 at all next week. We'll see how Dark Descent goes on Tuesday. We've got 7 races left in the championship, including Monza. So that is 2 weeks and 1 stream in the 3rd week. And we've got plenty of time until the next game comes out. So I think we'll potentially take a break from F1 next week. I might stream Monza on Thursday. I don't know yet, but Tuesday and Wednesday I will be streaming Alien Dark Descent. So there'll be a little bit of a gap now until the next episode of F1 Manager. I'll be back with some Skylines tomorrow. Let's just go ahead and tidy things up here before we go. I want to boost Freddie's reactions. We do have a point for Felipe as well, and I am going to boost his cornering. No point for Isaac. He's going to get the odd point here and there now for the end of the season. Matt Harmon has a development point. We're going to be doing a big front wing project soon, so let's put the point there. Alessandro doesn't have a point. He's still 4 weeks away from his next one. No point for Chris, he's away off yet, and Ben even further away. Our pit crew, they're looking okay. We're going to keep it on front and rear jacks, I think, for the rest of the season now. Facility wise, let's have a look. There's nothing really that we can do with our facilities, I don't think. Team hub gonna break soon, we know that, but we're just gonna wait for it to happen. We're already upgrading the factory. We've still got 15 days till the design center comes, not that we can really do that much with it. The wind tunnel, 25 days until that refurb is done. We can't upgrade anything else here for the rest of the season as per the rules of challenge mode. Let's take a look at our inbox. Have we got the new ATR period yet? Yes, we have. So we can do our front wing project today. Let's see. We exceeded expectations brilliantly. Well, I don't think we did. We met expectations with one driver and failed with the other one. Let's go to car park development. Let's design a new front wing. Put all of our hours into that new front wing. We're going to have one ATR period left, and that's going to be a side pod upgrade. Design, let's see. We've taken a bit of a hit on our cornering performance, so we definitely need to work on that. Want to work on improving the brakes. Is this going to hurt our speed or increase it? I don't think it's going to do either. Boost our acceleration a little bit. Our top speed under DRS has improved fractionally. Low speed is hurting more than others. And high speed's taken a little bit of a knock as well. So let's just dial back a little bit of the medium speed. If we do that, that's going to take 77 days. Speed that up with engineers, so that's going to take 55 days. When will that drop? That'll drop for Brazil. We want it for Mexico if we can get it from Mexico, so I need to find 2 days. So let's see, what can we take away to get us 2 days? Maybe the airflow sensitivity. We increase our front airflow, that's 53 days, 53 days, so we'll get it in time for Mexico. There we go. So that's it, that's our last major front wing upgrade for the rest of the season. I say the only major upgrade we've got left now is for the side pods. I do still have, let's see, what do we currently have going right now? Still got a couple of side pod upgrades, one major, one minor, and a minor front wing, but I doubt we'll be using the minor front wing. So this is probably our last front wing, and then when we get that final part unlocked in 20 odd days time, we will do something. Probably our last chassis upgrade, and then maybe a minor side pods at the same time. And then when the next ATR period comes, we'll do a major side pod and hope it gives us a little bit of an edge if we can get it in time for the last race or two. We shall see. Let's finish off the inbox. Board have high confidence in our leadership. I do actually want to see what they thought of that. Let's see. Oh, they were delighted with Zandvoort. So they've been very, very pleased with the results, apart from that one little wobble in Montreal where we had a bit of a rough race. But by and large, we've done very well in the second half of the season. Hopefully, we can carry this pace that we've got in the car over to the next track. But again, I'm expecting more upgrades for the rest of the field and our car performance advantage to start to disappear a little bit. So let's advance time. You're going to Bing play. Okay, is that... I know what you meant to say, but is that something involving Microsoft? No points for either driver because we've just spent them. We do have a new suspension. Is that going to give us any kind of edge going into Monza? Let's have a look. It is going to give us actually quite a nice little boost. You can see our speed and acceleration have dipped, our dirty air performance has dipped as well, our braking and engine cooling have dipped again, our low speed cornering has... Oh wait, no, there we go. Yeah, I don't think we've lost any performance yet, but that will definitely help. Putting on a new suspension. Car part development. I can go ahead actually and go ahead and do that minor side pod now. Can I actually get any benefits without hours though? That is the question. Can improve engine cooling, but only to a degree, and now I get to the point where I am going to start losing the ability to cool the engine. Front airflow, that's going to hurt my low speed performance. Right, let's go with that. "39 days, we'll get that in time for Kota." And that's my last minor side pod. So just go back to the list. So effectively we've got a minor chassis, a minor front wing and a major side pod remaining, but we're not really going to have time to do anything with a minor front wing. So we've got a minor chassis available and a major side pods. We do have a chassis currently in the works. Did I actually mark off? Let me check. How many chassis have we got? Car part development. No. Warehouse. Did I forget to mark that one off? So, let's see. The first thing we did was a major chassis upgrade. And then 2 minors. So yeah, we do still have 1 minor chassis left. Which is good. Right, that gets us to Monza. Oh, who is this guy? Uwe Bauer. That's a new gen, I think. Right, has the rest of the grid brought some upgrades to Monza? Yes, our low speed has taken another little knock. Down to 7th in dirty air low speed cornering. It's not ideal, but it'll hurt us in the first half of the lap. Second half of the lap, it's all high speed stuff. We've still got a car that's quick in a straight line. We've still got a car that's got really strong DRS. Very good in the medium and high speed corners, and that is definitely something that is going to be relevant. There you can see 2 low speed corners at the start, followed by a medium speed corner on the exit of the second chicane, and then it's all high speed from that point on through the 2 Lesmos, then into Ascari, that's a high speed entrance, and then it's flat all the way through to the Parabolica, which is also high speed. So our car should be in good shape. If the weather's going to be good, and it looks like it is, it's going to be a sunny Sunday, then we should hopefully have a real chance of both cars on the podium again. So that is it for tonight's stream, and also for F1 Manager for about a week. As I say, I'll be back with some City Skylines tomorrow and Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday we're going to do Dark Descent, I may do Dark Descent Thursday as well. Have not decided that yet, but I'll confirm that with you next week. Thursday next week may be Monza. We shall see. And then next Friday will also be City Skylines again. So that's kind of the schedule for the next week or so. So until then, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed tonight's race. It was a stressful one at points. We're hanging on quite comfortably still in the Constructors' Championship, but it's getting very, very much squeaky bum time in the Drivers' Championship. So, yeah, maybe we can do something good at Monza. So until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more City Skylines tomorrow.